Penguin Random House Audio presents Soulgazer by Maggie Rapier. Read for you by Alana Kerr Collins, with the epilogue read by Nolan. Note to listener: this audiobook includes a downloadable PDF which contains an illustrated map of the Crescent and the reader's guide from the printed book. For Corin, whose soul-piercing gaze recalled the wild I nearly lost. Soft doesn't mean weak. Silence is not golden. Stay vibrant. Stay loud. Stay you. 1. I am the lone magpie in a sea of silver-winged swans, lithe, artless girls who flick their bone-white skirts to the beat of a bowron, heedless of the waves lapping at their ankles. As they revel in their costumes, lit like jewels by the fading sun, I shrink deeper into my feathers and pray the light does not seek me out. There are dark-eyed, starving things waiting on shore. Sweat beads across my palms, dots my spine, until the gown clings to my skin as a man stalks the edge of the water, head bent low like he's scenting blood. A bear's pelt cloaks his shoulders, fur lashed to his wrists with strips of tanned hide. Behind him a woman arches her back so that braids of kelp stretch taut across her stomach, thousands of shells clattering into a single song. They watch us enter the waves without flinching, two beasts among hundreds, waiting to devour us whole. A touch dramatic, my brothers would say. I fight the urge to search for their faces, blink until the beasts become human, blink until the sting fades to a distant throb. Aidan and Connell are not here. I've waited years to attend the Daisa Bavdor, our one tradition to outlive the gods. 6 clans gather at the birth of every summer, abandoning their old bloodlust for a chance to strike bargains of marriage instead. For 3 days we live under a truce, dancing among feasts and finery to form fragile bonds that our noble families can pick apart like crows seeking the choicest bits of carrion. It is a challenge to our bloodlines, a feat meant to be undertaken alone. But my brothers always swore they'd find a way to guide me. Connell would wait on shore to collect me after the first ritual was done, Aidan smothering his laughter as I trembled among the waves. Beneath the eyes of our sovereigns, they told me I would invite the sun to set upon my youth and would emerge from the water fully grown, ready to wed at last. Or, more likely, resembling a half-drowned rat. I've never felt their absence more keenly than I do now. It is a snarled knot in my stomach, tangled tighter every time I pull at the threads. Neither of my brothers will ever see me wed. A girl wearing an otter's pelt brushes against my skirts. I twist my hands into the limp fabric of my dress and shy away before her skin can touch mine. It took 3 months to create this gown. Black and white linen straining against my needle until 1,000 wee pleats formed into feathers. I pricked my thumb on nettle, crushing woad to stain the bottom layers that same unearthly shade of blue witnessed every time a magpie takes flight. If I were to spread my arms, wings would fall from the delicate bronze cuffs at my wrists and elbows, ready to catch the wind. Such a foolish notion. Wanting the sea or the open sky, a pitiful grasp at hope. Cursed things belong in cages, after all. Children of the Crescent! The voice is the snap of a twig in winter's flame, cutting through the wind without effort. It sails across sea foam and sand to where we stand among the waves, drawing our attention to the eldest queen, a weathered dagger sheathed in silk. Descendants of the Deity, those 6 who sculpted our world anew, who comes to claim their birthright? I! Hundreds of voices lift at once. Mine is the barest hum. And who among you would dare to slaughter a god? No one utters a sound. Wind tears at Rhianna 18's braid, silver strands splitting her wrinkled face like lightning as she rakes her gaze over our forms, finds them wanting. Our ancestors were cunning, strong, beautiful, wise. As reckless gods rotted on their gilded thrones, it was they who plotted the destruction of the divine. Together the deity drove the gods down from their mountains and dragged them shrieking out of their golden coves. Together they brought time to its knees. These are not the stories I grew up with. My mother speaks of the gods with reverence, beseeching them night and day to forgive our ancestors' actions, to rid me of the curse they left behind. But the slaughtered ones never respond. Bound by a strange darkness, the sun a solitary ring of gold, our ancestors held the gods at their mercy until one after another they slit their throats. And what did the deity discover as the gods bled into our starving lands? The answer pricks my neck like the stroke of a blade. Magic. I resist the urge to step back, slipping my fingertips over the pulse rushing at my throat instead. Down the golden chain nestled against it, leading to an amulet and its promise of relief. Sickening and sweet. 3 slender spirals mark the surface in a chalky white, connected by their middles and all rotating left. I hesitate, my finger poised just above a sharp point directly at the centre. Better to be numb than dangerous, to forget rather than mourn. I press down in a single firm touch as another person jostles my side until the point breaks skin, flooding my veins with ice. 10 years it took to hunt the last of the gods down, another 5 for their descendants, 3 for the bastards and blast. With each fresh slaughter, our islands drank deep until the divine blood called forth magic the likes of which we'd never seen, power they never permitted us to touch. Rhianna 18 raises one gnarled hand into the air, as though breaking the barrier between this realm and the next. It beckons us forward until the waves are only a whisper at our feet. What once we had to beg for, we could now take. A final drum echoes across the water just as I reach its edge, and Rhianna 18 smiles, a slash of red that distorts half her face. I grip my amulet tighter, swallowing hard. And so, descendants of the deity, I ask you again, who comes to claim their birthright? I! Through a haze of salt spray and smoke, the queen lifts a bronze carnix to the sky. Said to be sculpted by Oren, god of her isle, the stag-shaped trumpet produces a sound like I've never heard. Half keening, half cry. It weaves between our bodies like a clever spider's web, coaxing us closer until waves become ripples, then nothing but foam and dry pebbles underfoot. A final note splits the air, like a breakage of time itself. And then the Dowsa Bavdor begins. Silver coins sewn like scales glitter on the back of one lad as he hooks the waist of a crane, sending her crown of sweet gale blooms flying. It's caught by a girl masked in raven feathers, inky black silk cut across her bare shoulder blades where true wings would be. She twists into the arms of a fawn with white speckled shoulders, anointing her with the flowers as I jerk clear of their path. I do not belong to this menagerie. I never had the chance to. Heat lashes my skin as I stumble farther onto shore, away from the writhing bodies and wild laughter. They've all done this before somehow. I'm certain of it. Dancing round the solstice fires, gathering at harvest with the rest of their clans. 3 girls wind around one another like a braid, while beyond them men clattered together.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?